Study at night before going to sleep. Why do I say this?
The processing events.
Lot of processing happens during sleep and during dreams. Especially during dreams. Consolidation happens. Now, lot of people may tell you, and they don't like me saying this, but what they like or don't like is not important to me. I am telling you scientifically, because we have done a lot of experiments. We have given the same material to different groups. We have control groups and experimental groups. We have given to groups, some of them study early in the morning, some of them study in different timings. We found that the retention is the greatest with those who study immediately before sleep. See children standing in the bus stop at 4:30 in the morning. Because their classes starts at 5:30, they have to catch a bus or van or something like that. Those people don't bother about teaching, they bother about money. Why, if it is possible, if children can come at 12 o'clock in the night, they will run a course for 12 o'clock. But actually what happens is, when you study early in the morning, there is no time for consolidation. Suppose you study early in the morning and don't do any study afterwards, then it's okay. But you study in tuition early in the morning, then come to school, then once again study, then come to home and then once again study. There is a lot of overlap. I told you about proactive and retroactive inhibition. That happens. Lot of overlap. Time is not there for consolidation. What is this consolidation? Any example you can think of consolidation in day-to-day life? In your kitchen? Your mothers will do a lot of consolidation. Of what? Not only garbage, even the stuff that they keep. Suppose you give them 1 kg of flour, wheat flour. They will put it in a box and then they will consolidate. Now, when they do like this, a lot more can be, because air will have taken some space. Okay, when they shake it, air will escape and then there will be more space for more. Okay, that is consolidation. Packet, like we have in computers, there is something called, what is that?
Defragmentation.
Defragmentation. So they will be put in proper order so that it gets neat. Same thing should happen every day, because every day we are studying. If it is not consolidated, it cannot be stored. So we must give time for consolidation, which is why I am telling you to switch from subject to subject. Each subject connects different area of the brain. Same subject if you are studying, there will be fatigue for that particular region. Okay, that is why we get bored after some time, we get lethargic, we want to distract ourselves. Basically because we are continuously bombarded. So the moment you switch over the subject, this area gets rest, which gets consolidated, whereas another area gets lightened. So it works better for us. Okay. Now, when I say this, for instance, those of you who are attending classes, regular classes, every day before you go to sleep, you just have to go through what is going to happen next day, 5 minutes. Okay. Tomorrow according to timetable, what is it that they are going to teach. Finish all your studies that day only. Don't do homework in the morning. Actually, morning should be totally restricted to physical work. If you really want to be a good student, a professional student, morning, maximum you read is newspapers. Nothing else. Magazines, etc. General reading. Specific reading should be always later on. Just before sleep is good, but some of them, what they do, they read till 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, then they go watch one serial and then go to sleep. Serial gets consolidated, which is why we remember all serial fantastically. And they will give recap also, so that our memory becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. What examination we are facing, I don't understand. They should actually give examinations on serials. All girls will get ranks, and on cricket match, all boys will get ranks. So, very easy. Why fail anybody? Are you following this? So, immediately before you go to sleep, you do anything, it gets consolidated. So, even if you revise what you have studied the whole day, even just before you go to sleep, sit in your study place and just think of how many concepts you have studied and what are they, and then go to sleep. Your sleep will also be better. Consolidation will also happen. Dream is a beautiful place for consolidation, and dream is most essential for our life. Okay, we live because we dream. If we don't dream, we die. We can live without water for at least 5 days. You can live without food for at least 21 days. You can't live without dream for even 2 days. But we don't see its value because every day we dream and then it goes on without our knowledge. We think food is more important. Food is not important. 21 days you can go.
Sir, if we are to study before we go to sleep, sir, so you said remembering there are 4 methods and we could do it when we are free. That is in the morning when we are traveling in the bus. So that won't affect anything like this.
Recalling any number of times, anytime you can do.
Okay.
Even early in the morning when you are jogging, you can recall. Fantastic.
Yes, sir.
Recalling is not a problem. That will strengthen. Reading is not.
And
Reading also, if you are doing it early in the morning, if you don't do anything the rest of the day, it's okay. But if you are doing, once again studying in the rest of the day, then that is going to happen.
And what would you say is the minimum hours of sleep, sir, required?
For a growing child, minimum 8 hours is 100% required. Okay? Anyway, you people have come out of that. After 18 years, to an adult, 6 to 8 hours is at a stretch, one stretch only. Never ever try to sleep in the afternoon. Never go near a bed. My suggestion is, the bed should be visited only when you feel like sleeping. Never go near the bed. Once you wake up, never be in the bed for even 1 second also. Immediately get out of the bed. There are some people who wake up and then keep on looking at the ceiling for hours together after waking up also. And some people take long time to wake up. It's a problem. We have a particular formation in the brain which can switch on immediately. They don't do that. That's why people who keep alarm are the most foolish people I have seen. Because alarm rings and then they keep at 6 o'clock and then they push it down and then once again go. Then at 7 o'clock, mother's alarm will start. And they'll say, I am getting up, and then 8 o'clock also they will get up. 9 o'clock also. So why keep an alarm? You can as well keep the alarm at 9 o'clock. Or first of all, not keep the alarm. Anyway, somebody will wake you up. So all these are waste. All you have to do is, see, there is an alarm built in within our body. I have done plenty of research on sleep. I teach even people who go to shifts as to how to go to sleep. See, today the major problem is we are working according to American daytime. Because most of the call centers and BPOs and all are working in night shift only. Anybody who works in night shift will be going against nature. Because we have a biological clock called circadian rhythm. So automatically the moment the body clock is totally adjusted to the sunlight. Because we are photosensitive in nature. So the moment sun goes down, we are supposed to go to sleep. But because of electricity, we don't need it. We can keep seeing. So our time stretches. So the moment the stretch is there in time, there is a extra amount of stress. There is a cortisol that is produced, a chemical that is produced. Lot of hormonal disturbance happen, which is why today all these problems have become common. You ask any woman, thyroid problem, what is that? Osteoporosis. All these are stress related. Ulcer, asthma, all these are stress related disorders. They are not physical disorders at all. Doctors have nothing to do with it. But anyway, we have to go to doctor. Migraine headache, for instance, totally stress related. But doctors only give painkillers. They can't do anything because the origin is psychological. It is basically stress related, all related to lack of sleep only. So, if you are able to get one stretch 6 to 8 hours, that's okay. The indication is, I have got a sleep probe. I have, for the first time in the world, I have designed what is known as a sleep probe, which asks questions. First 6 questions, we are able to score full. Your sleep is fantastic. If you have one no also, you have problems in sleep. So, deep probe will tell about where the problem is. So, out of these 6 questions, one thing is, you must be able to sleep as soon as you go to the bed. Second is, whenever you wake up, whether 6 hours or 4 hours or 8 hours or whatever, the moment you wake up, you should feel fresh. These 2 indications, if you keep in mind, you have got a good sleep. If you want to sleep more, then it is highly stressed. You are under a lot of stress. Because of stress, either there is less sleep or there is more sleep. The problem with us is not that we don't want to get up. The problem with us is we are trained in such a way that right from our childhood we hate to get up. Only on school days. On a holiday we wake up at 4 o'clock only. On a Sunday everybody wakes up very early. And when you have to go to school you have to wake up late because you hate going to school. Not because you want to sleep, you hate going to school. That's why somebody has to wake up. So today how families have turned is, every child has to be woken up. All animals on earth know how to wake up. Our children, so-called school-going children and educated children don't know how to wake up. After waking up, they don't know what to do. They have to be pushed inside the bathroom. Once they go to the bathroom, they don't know what to do. They have to be called out of the bathroom. Not once or twice. Until somebody shouts, they don't come out of the bathroom. And sometimes I know, secret is inside the bathroom, I know, but as a psychologist, I know, once they go inside the bathroom, they themselves don't know what to do. They will be just standing and like staring at something. And when the mother shouts, then they think, oh, I should brush my teeth. So this is the problem. None of us know what to do, but we really have some other things in our mind. So after coming out of the bathroom, we have to be told to dress up. And after dressing up, we have to be given books to carry. In the sense, I see a lot of mothers arranging timetable. So like this, there are hundreds of things which we shouldn't do. Because they don't allow the child to do their work. I am not talking about any one particular mother. I am talking generally about all mothers. Okay, because the more they do their work, the children don't feel that they should do their responsibility is not there. So you become a total dependent. So children have nothing to do in their life. They have to be told to study, they have to be told to get up, they have to be told to be, everything they have to be told. One fine day they are expected to be brilliant. How will they become brilliant? That's the problem. And lack of sleep is a major problem among children because today they don't allow children to sleep. There is a beautiful joke also. This boy asked the parents, whenever I want to sleep, whenever I am actively, playing, you tell me to go to sleep. You force me to go to sleep. You switch off all the lights and say this is sleeping time. But when I want to sleep, you switch on the light and then shout at me saying that you wake up. So he says, I can't understand you adults. Okay. Because late at night, children don't go to sleep at all. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, they'll be playing. So parents have to say, hey, go to sleep. Then morning they won't wake up at all. So they have to once again say, hey, get up. So today because we are regulated by timings from somebody, school will dictate when you should wake up. Okay. Normal waking up, normal going to sleep is not there. Normal eating, normal drinking, not there. So these are all different problems anyway. These are all part of education which has not come into syllabus, which is why we are all suffering in our life. But sleep is something which is essential for our life. Because of dream also, because of sleep also, because of lot of restoration mechanism that happens in sleep. Lot of cells which are ruptured and which are damaged, they need to be restored all over the body. It needs a a situation where heartbeat is regular, pulse rate is regular, breathing is regular, the electrical activity is lesser, so that more energy can be given to other cells to rejuvenate. So it's a healing process.